All right guys, it's been a minute. Welcome back to the channel. We are doing delts and triceps today. So we started prep about 2 weeks ago, dieting, starting on 5,000 calories. Coach just wants you to be active, so there's really no direct cardio yet. And I've been dropping 3 pounds a week. So it's pretty crazy that I'm eating 5,000 calories and still dropping weight. So obviously performance is still good. The only thing that's been taking a hit has been my recovery. And I think that's because how I'm training. I used to train 4 days a week, and now we're doing like a 2 days on, 1 day off kind of thing, and then taking additional rest days if I really feel it's necessary. But so far it's been good, so let's get after this workout. Heavy top set here, and then 1 back off set. So let's do this. Up. 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 Just 1 more rep than last week. So your first set, your first hard working set, you should not be able to do the same rep range for your second and third set. So that's why we do a back off set, we'll reduce the weight, and we'll fail again, but at a bit higher of a rep range. All right, up next, it's actually one of my favorites, upright rows. A lot of you tend to dislike this because it bothers your elbows, it bothers your wrists. It's all about form. So when we're doing this, don't focus on your hands, focus more on driving the elbows high. So a lot of people tend to do this, elbows, driving the elbows up. That's it, simple as that, boom. All right, so I used to do upright rows near the end of my workout, but I've noticed that my strength is never really changing with it, whereas now I'm doing it as my second exercise, and I've noticed pretty drastic improvements over the last 4 weeks. So we're getting stronger, we're getting better, and you gotta prioritize the lifts. Sometimes earlier in your workout, that's why I do change up a lot of my clients' programs with prioritizing certain lifts. So for me, we're prioritizing this. I'm gonna do laterals after this. So we're gonna keep them earlier into my workouts for now. And right now we're just doing 1 shoulder press movement because we're also doing a bit more pressing with triceps later in this workout. So I don't wanna overdo it. You really just need 1 good shoulder press movement, 1 main movement for triceps, and obviously some of your accessory work like overhead tricep extensions, but you don't wanna overdo it either. You gotta be smart with your training, smart with prioritizing certain lifts, and really making sense of the order you're doing these in. Oh, laterals. Lightweight. That's heavy. So I know I've given a lot of cues on how to do a better lateral movement, like saying how you can swing a little bit, but also think about you're trying to be as wide as you can and you're swinging away. And again, not with the hands, with the elbows. So the hands should not be coming above the elbow. So I see a lot of guys doing this, but it's more from here. Come on. That's failure. Oh, that is a good burn. That's probably my favorite burn. I think everyone has their favorite burn when it comes to like leg day, chest day. Mine's delts. I love that burn. One I hate, it's more like that concentrated pain when you have it in your biceps. It's like, or calves, I can't stand calves. Overall, I embrace the burn though. Fight through it. I always do this, make sure my nipples stay covered, so it's like a reset after each set. Close grip, barbell bench. Again, the goal here is to do my heaviest. So I'm gonna warm up obviously to get to my heaviest top set, which is between 8 and 12. And then my goal is to actually still fail in that rep range, but I'm gonna have to lighten the weight a bit. So Yeah, the first set, you can actually go all out, you can actually go to failure. The second set, you should not be able to reach the same amount of reps. We'll warm up with 2 plates. Nice and light. You look at me like that. So for me to get up, I need some explosive movement from the bottom. So I can't just sit up. It's gotta be. I'm not the only one that does that, right? Am I the only one that does that? I'm actually seeing more and more people tuck their tanks in, start a trend. I like to believe so, at least. So this will be top set. Last week I actually did 275 for like 7 or 8. This is a bit of a jump. I don't know, I feel strong today, so we're gonna give this a try. Goal is 8. I'm probably gonna get like 6, 7, or 8, so we'll see how it goes. But the whole idea, like I said, is to keep getting better each week. But I don't expect anybody to be jumping 50 pounds. This is kind of like the one odd thing I'm jumping up because I just started this training phase a few weeks ago, so let's see what happens. Lightweight. Come on. That felt good, but that felt heavy. We are doing rope overhead. This has been a staple in my training for years now. I still think it's one of the best exercises for obviously the long head, but overall row. So even in your like side chest poses, side tricep pose, even when you're doing a front double, the tricep hanging down, I think it's one of the best exercises for overall tricep development, and which is why I always keep it in. I just got a head rush. So with this, I always like to do mechanical failure first. So always failing, pulling the ropes apart, getting a squeeze and a good contraction. And then when you're fatigued, you no longer can do that. Keep the ropes pressed together and fail that way. So you'll probably get like 2, 3, or 4 more reps, but it's just another way to go to complete failure. Drop set. That's not much of a drop set. 2 reps. That's still a staple for me. I love dips between benches. I find it's a great way to target the tricep other than just doing overhead presses, rope press downs. Everyone tends to do, I guess, the easy stuff, whereas this, you're actually getting a really good stretch. It's also like loosening up your chest too, which is nice. Even though we're not targeting that area, it's a great way to loosen up a bit too. That's a wrap for today. Shoulders and triceps is done. I feel really good, being 2 weeks in, haven't had a cheat meal. Strength is still climbing, even though weight is dropping. I look tighter, look better, feel better, and I'm excited for these next 19 weeks, guys. So make sure you subscribe, stay tuned. There's much more to come.